Let me tell you something. Straight from the alley between Wall Street and real life, the market ain't your therapy session. It ain't your escape room. It ain't the place you go to feel alive. It's the place you go to get paid. But 90% of people out here, they don't come to get paid. They come to get played. They don't want profit. They want adrenaline. They want that rush, that pulse, that electric spike when the candles move. It's not trading. It's gambling with extra steps. It's the same addiction, just with nicer charts. You can smell it from a mile away. They come into the market hyped up, screens glowing, hands shaking on the mouse like it's a slot machine lever. Green candle? Dopamine? Red candle? Panic. The market spikes and their heart rate jumps like they just saw their ex at the club. They're not here for mastery. They're here for a fix. But here's the thing nobody wants to admit. Most traders don't lose because they're dumb. They lose because they're emotional junkies. They don't trade the market, they trade their mood. They ride hope up, fear down, greed sideways, and the market, it loves that. It eats that for breakfast. The market's the biggest casino on earth, and it got a built-in house edge. Human psychology. You know the stats. 95% lose. That's not an accident. That's not bad luck. That's addiction math. Same way casinos keep the lights on in Vegas, the market keeps them flashing in New York by feeding off people who can't stop pressing buttons. But let me tell you what the real ones know. The market ain't against you. It's indifferent. It don't care. It don't love you. It don't hate you. It just reacts. You the one showing up like it's personal. You the one trying to fill a hole in your chest with a green candle, and that's why you lose. You think you're a trader, but you're not. You're an emotional speculator. You're here chasing feelings, not execution. You want excitement more than results. You want validation more than freedom. You want to feel like a winner, even when you're losing. But this game don't care about how you feel. It only pays the ones who control what they feel. Discipline is boring. Yeah. It's repetitive. Yeah. It's cold. But that's the game. The calm ones, the consistent ones, the shadow watchers, they eat while the emotional ones feed the system. See, in Stock Force 1, Danny Skill don't teach you how to get rich fast. He teaches you how to stop dying slow. He don't hype you up. He breaks you down. He rewires your brain from gambler to trader, from dopamine addict to data assassin. Because you can't outsmart the market till you outsmart yourself. You gotta understand what's really happening inside your skull. When you win, your brain releases dopamine. You feel like a genius. You feel invincible. Then you lose. And the pain of that loss hits twice as hard. It's wired into human biology. Studies show losses hurt more than gains feel good. So what happens? You chase the feeling again. You want redemption. You revenge trade. You double down. You tell yourself, I'll get it back. Sound familiar? That's addiction talking. That's the same loop that runs in a gambler's head. The market becomes your dealer, the chart your drug, and every tick your hit. And just like any addiction, it ends the same. Empty pockets and broken confidence. But the cure ain't quitting. The cure is control. You gotta replace emotion with system. You gotta turn every impulsive trade into a planned execution. You gotta stop needing the market to give you a high and start using it to build your empire. The pros? They don't chase candles, they stalk them. They don't pray for miracles, they wait for probabilities. They don't scream at the screen, they whisper to the shadows. They read intention, not motion. They move when the market moves them, not when their feelings do. You think discipline is boring? You damn right it is. But boredom is the cost of mastery. The adrenaline rush is for the amateurs. The pros trade in silence, precision, and patience. They make money on calm days while the gamblers blow up on loud ones. Let me hit you with something Danny Skill always says at Stockforce One. If you come for the thrill, the market will kill. If you come for the craft, the market will build. That's not a quote. That's a survival code. You gotta understand, this business rewards the opposite of what your instincts crave. Your brain wants excitement. The market rewards stillness. Your mind wants instant gratification. The market pays delayed gratification. You want fireworks. The market gives compound interest. It's a paradox, and only killers can handle that. You gotta train yourself to love routine. 15 minutes of prep, same time every day. Checklist before entry, same rules every trade. Logging every move like a soldier writing in a war diary. No gambling, no guessing, no drama. You execute. You follow your plan. You build your calm. That's how you cut the addiction. With ritual. You can't kill emotion, but you can cage it. You can put it behind process. You can turn chaos into code. That's what we do with shadow patterns. It's not just a system, it's a detox. It forces you to see structure in noise. It makes you focus on intent, not impulse. It's like switching from street fights to sniper shots. You stop swinging wild and start hitting precision. You know how a rookie sees a breakout? Oh my God, price is flying. I'm missing out. Boom, buy. Market reverses. Stop loss hit. Panic. You know how a pro sees the same thing? That's liquidity being grabbed. They just hunted breakout buyers. Wait for confirmation. Watch the shadows. Boom. Calm entry, sniper short, profit, same chart, different brain. The market didn't change, the mindset did. That's why most of you keep losing. You try to beat the market without fixing the addict inside. You look for strategies, not self-control. You look for indicators, not identity. You want magic, not mastery. And that's exactly what the market makers want. They love retail traders high on emotion. They love it when you FOMO in at the top and panic sell at the bottom. They feed on your impatience. You are their liquidity. You are the reason they win. You're the noise they use to mask their moves. You think it's coincidence that every time you buy, it dumps? Every time you sell, it pumps? Nah, man. That's design. They study retail behavior like scientists study lab rats. They know your triggers, the fear, the greed, the hope, the pain. They push your buttons till your discipline cracks, but when you learn to see their shadows, when you train your eye to catch the invisible hand, the game flips. You stop being the prey and start becoming the predator. You start seeing the emotional traps before they spring. You stop reacting. You start orchestrating. That's what shadow patterns do. They expose the blueprint behind manipulation. They teach you to read what's hidden, not what's obvious. Every spike, every sweep, every fake out, every volume anomaly, it's all a message. You just need the eyes to read it. And once you do, the adrenaline fades. The addiction dies. The noise turns into rhythm. You see structure. You see intent. You move like water, smooth, patient, deadly. That's when you realize the truth. The real drug isn't the rush of a trade. It's the peace of control, the calm of execution, the high of discipline. But it takes time to get there. You gotta detox. You gotta unlearn years of bad habits. You gotta fight your impulses like they owe you money. You gotta sit still when your body screams to act. You gotta say no when greed says go. That's the grind nobody posts on Instagram. That's the war behind the wins. At Stockforce One, we don't sugarcoat it. We don't sell dreams. We train discipline. We break your gambling patterns and replace them with trading patterns. You log every move. You calculate every risk. You build habits that outlive hype. You learn to stay calm when everyone's losing their minds. Because Let's be real, you ain't gonna outtrade a machine, but you can outlast a gambler. You can outweight emotion. You can outdiscipline chaos. That's how you win in the long run. Yo, think about the 95% who lose. They all got stories. They all had that one big win. They all had that one bad day. But what they didn't have, process. They traded on feelings. Feelings change. Systems don't. You know what kills addiction? Predictability, routine, systems. Once you stop needing excitement, you start generating results. Let me give you a real exercise. A Danny Skill classic. For the next 30 days, before every trade, ask yourself, am I trading a setup or am I feeding an emotion? If it's emotion, step away. If it's setup, execute. Simple, brutal, effective. Do that long enough and you'll start seeing something crazy. Your account stops bleeding, your stress drops, your clarity grows, the noise fades, and suddenly you realize it was never the market. It was always you. Trading is a mirror, man. The chart don't lie, it just reflects. Every candle tells you who you are. You see chaos, you are chaos. You see patience, you are patience. You see traps. You've learned the shadows. So next time you log in, don't come for the rush, come for the rhythm. Don't come for the win, come for the execution. Don't chase dopamine, chase discipline. And remember this, the market don't reward excitement, it rewards endurance. Danny Skill built Stockforce One on that truth. No bullshit, no hype, just the raw code of survival. You come in a gambler, you leave a strategist. You come in chasing highs, you leave building wealth. The market ain't your casino, it's your dojo. Every loss is a lesson, every setup is a drill, every week is another rep. You ain't trying to win once, you trying to master forever. So yeah, 95% lose. But the 5% who break the addiction, they learn to see what others can't. They read the shadows. They trade with purpose. They win with patience. Because the market don't care about who's loud, it cares about who's still standing when the noise stops. You want to be that guy? Then kill the gambler. Feed the grinder. Respect the system. Study the shadows. And remember the law. The market is not your fix. It's your forge. Come for the adrenaline, you'll burn. Come for the craft, you'll build. That's Stockforce One. That's Danny Skill's world. That's how killers are made in silence while the crowd screams in noise.